Salam Satu Malaysia, Vanakkam. Me Nalini Armugam again. Today we are going to discuss on industry and competitive analysis. We already done our feasibility analysis. So the next step as an entrepreneur, they need to know about the industry as well as about the competitor. Why I need to know about the industry? Simply because I want to know about my strengths and my weaknesses. Besides that, I need also to know about my competitor, means that what the competitors are giving to the market, what are the threats that I need to face, and what are the opportunities that are available for me to make myself unique in the market. Okay, let us look into the objective of these today's chapters. Okay, first we're going to explain about the purpose of an industry analysis. Second, we're going to explain about the purpose of competitor analysis. And third, we're going to explain on how to conduct and prepare the competitive analysis. So, let us define the term of industry. What mean by industry? Industry is defined as a group of firms whose product and services are close substitute of each other. Industry also primarily classified according to the number of sellers involved and the degree of product differentiation. Normally, we classify the industry into four main elements or four main categories. That is monopoly, where you only got one buyer, oligopoly, monopolistic competition, and pure competition. Okay, so as an entrepreneur, you should know which industry you are playing with. Are you a player in monopoly? Are you a player in oligopoly? Are you a player on monopolistic competition, or are you entering the pure competition market? You need to know, and you need to understand the structure of market as well. This industry analysis will help you, me, and whoever going to conduct a business to execute determined arena in which their firms compete. It's easily for us to understand who are our direct competitor, who are our indirect competitor, who are going to be our future competitor. Besides that, industry analysis also focus on attention on firms, competitors, as I mentioned earlier. Industry analysis also will help executives determine key factors for success. And it's also give us executives another basis on which to evaluate their firm's goal. So there is a serious need for industrial analysis. Before I carried out industry analysis, me or yourself, or as an entrepreneur, you should answer 7 questions. First, what are the industry dominant economic threats? Second, what competitive forces are at work in the industry and how strong are they? Third, what are the forces of change in the industry and what impact will they have? Fourth, which companies are in the strongest or weakest competitive position? Who is likely to make what competitive move next? What key factor will determine success or failure of my startup business? And last not least, how attractive is the industry in terms of its prospects for above average profitability? So how I'm going to analyze my industry? There is 2 ways or 2 methods. One, you study about the environmental or the business trend. Second, the classic method that normally all the business people will use is using the 5 competitive forces model. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, we have to analyze the trend, the current trend in business environment. To look into this current trend, we have 2 levels. So one is industrial level, and second will be the macro level. When we talk about macro level, is a bit huge. So under macro level or external, look into external industry, we'll normally look into the element of economy, social, political or legal, technological aspect, global aspect, and demographic aspect. That is we call as a macro level. When we talk about industry level, so who will be our competitors? What are the substitutes are available in the market? Who going to be my customer? Who going to be my supplier? That is the industry level. So here we need to like observe, do observation survey or secondary method where you can collect data and analyze the trend, ongoing trend in the business environment. Okay, in this slide we will look into the elements, the environmental trends on various industry. Okay, if we talk about demographic, now currently there is a much of aging population. So what I can offer to this aging population people? What type of, maybe they want to go for a vacation. So that will be a new service that I can offer to this elderly people. Okay, how to, if we talk about social cultural group, now more human are working in the workforce. So due to that, they need a lot of instant cooking stuff to prepare meal for the family. So if we look into the political and legal issues, what regulation, like in Malaysia, most of our food items should have halal logo. That is a must to get a justification from JAKIM. So these are the trend is going on in the market or in the industry. Okay, so as entrepreneurs, you should value or understand, try to analyze what really the market needs or what the customer needs. Then you offer that service or product that really needed by the customer in the market. Okay, now let us talk about the 5 competitive forces model. Okay, in 5 competitive forces model, of course there is 5 forces. Okay, first is industry. We talk about industry, we talk about supplier, we talk about buyer, we talk about new entrants, new people who are going to join us in the market, and we talk about substitute. By analyzing this, I know where I stand and how I'm going to compete with my near friend or near competitor. Okay, if we look into the model, there is an element of threat of new entrants. So that threat of new entrants essentially talk about how hard is it for other firms to enter your business. Okay, do you have IP protection, trade secret, etc. that everyone else does not have? Is there is a significant cost associated with entering your market? Are there regulatory barriers? Branding, marketing, advertising is existing in your market. Does one firm enjoy a production cost advantage? There is high switching cost. So that will be make sure how easy or how hard for you to enter a market. Then we look into the power of supplier. Okay, power of supplier. What is power of supplier? Simply is how much influence do supplier have over your business. Do you really depending on raw material from other people or other source? For example, you are the entrepreneurs who are going to sell yogurt. So for yogurt, the raw materials is milk. So the milk is from your farm, or you're going to get it from other people, other cow farm for the milk. So that is, will prove how strong your position in terms of supplying raw materials. So for that, you need to answer several questions such as, are you dependent on a component to succeed? Are people buying your product because it's contain X or Y from another supplier? Are there high switching costs to use another firm? Are there any substitutes? So this kind of question need to be answered. Okay, if you totally relying on your supplier, then the supplier have more bargaining power. So the raw materials prices is not controlled by you, is controlled by the supplier. The moment the price of raw materials is increased, then it will make directly your cost of production to be increased. So that is the reason you need to know who going to be your supplier, how depend you are towards your supplier. Okay, now talk about power of buyer. Who is this buyer? Definitely this buyer are your customer. Okay, So how much influence do buyers or customer have over your business? Are you a commodity? For example, customer can get what you have from anywhere. Do your buyer of your product have significant negotiating leverage? Are you dependent on one or two buyers for the majority of your business? Are you developing a standard product? Low switching costs to go to something else? Can your buyer threaten to produce your product themselves? Where are the end users' eyeballs? So, here basically the customer, normally we say customer is the king. Customer is our people that we're going to make money. So, we have to know who is going to pay for my product. So, at the end of the money, from where I'm going to receive. So, I have to tackle that customer. Okay, and I have to offer something unique than my competitor so that the customer will come back to me. Besides looking into power of supplier, power of buyer, threat of new entrants, there is serious need for us to understand our direct competitors. Okay, the more energy you put into fighting off competition, the less you have for profitability. Potential for price wars, everyone loses, subject of game theory. So, it's going to increase the expenditures for marketing and advertising and etc. Intensity increases where there are mature, slow growth industry. Participants enjoy roughly same amount of power. Product and services are distinguishable. Fixed costs are high and marginal costs are very low. So sometimes this competition good in a way for average consumer. Competition tend to lower prices and drive new offerings to the market. And for the market participant, competition always leads better product and profitable market segmentation. Okay, now we are finished. I'm going to end about industry analysis. Okay, basically we are conducting this industry analysis to know our strength and our weaknesses, where we stand when we compare ourselves with our competitor. Okay, so we already analyze our strength and our weaknesses. Now talk about competitor analysis. How I'm going to analyze my direct competitor, indirect competitor, and maybe in future a new competitor. So competitor analysis is a detailed analysis of a firm's competition. It's definitely going to help a firm understand the position of its major competitors and the opportunities that are available. A competitive analysis grid is a tool for organizing the information of a firm collects about its competitors. How to go about with competitive analysis? Simply, you conduct a research. Okay, for conducting research, please don't use any extra expenses or extra. Don't create a new or incur a new cost to conduct a research. Okay, this research is just through observation. Then second, gather all the competitive information, analyze the competitive information, then determine your own competitive position, where you are stand differently or uniquely compared to your direct competitors. So to conduct research, what I need to do? So first, simply, you have to identify who is your most top 3 competitors. Then on what basis am I able to compete with them? What is the range of product or services they offer? Are their product or services aimed at satisfying similar target market? Are my competitors profitable? Are they expanding or scaling down? If they are expanding, why they are expanding? What make them to expand? If they are scaling down, why they are scaling down? What is their weaknesses? Maybe the market is potential, but their product that they are offering to the market is not acceptable by the consumer. Okay, how long have they been in business? You have to know also. Maybe your competitor is 15 years or some competitor is 20 years. Wow, it's good business then. Maybe your competitors just newly enter the market 2 or 3 years. Okay, what are their positive attributes in the eyes of customer? Okay, why the customer going to your competitor? So what make them to go again to the competitor firms or business? What are their negative attributes in terms of eyes of customer? So that negative input can be learning point for you to correct or improvise the service or the product that you going to offer. How do current customer view us compared to the competition? How can I distinguish? Again, how can I distinguish my company from my competitors? Means that you need to give something very unique to the market, not very similar product to the market or similar service to the market. Do they have a competitive advantage? If so, what is it? What is so special about them? Okay. What is their marketing strategies? What is their promotional strategies? And what are their pricing structures? So this information will definitely help you in enhance your business idea for a sustainability purpose. Okay, the information about competitor you can gather from attending conference or trade shows. Purchase competitor product, you use your competitor product which similar to your product, so you can see the strength of the competitor product as well as the weakness of the competitor product. You can also study about them using website, or just set up a Google or Yahoo email alerts. Read industry related books, magazine and website. Talk to customer about what motivates them to buy your product as opposed to your competitor's product. This is how you will gather the competitive information. After gathering all the information, you need to analyze. So there is no special software for you to analyze the information. It's all again by observation. Okay. Once you have gathered all of this competitive data, you have been able to locate. It's now time for analysis. Analyze to determine product information, market share, marketing strategy, and to identify your competition, strength and weaknesses. Okay, so I already conduct the research, I already gathered the information, I already analyzed all the information. Now, time for me determine my own competitive position. Okay, so how I'm going to determine is simply identify and discuss key areas of competitive advantage and disadvantage. Review the competitive environment for your product or services. Comment on both similar and substitute product or services. Then summarize the major problems and opportunities facing your firm which may require action. Issues which should be considered include types of market penetration, distribution coverage, product line needs, price revision and or cost reduction. Integrate your analysis of the competition with a demographic analysis of your market to develop and implement a marketing strategy that will strengthen your market position, that will strengthen you compared to your competitor, that will make you sustain in the business for a long time. So we already end of the section. So I put it here as an attention for all the entrepreneurs out there and for my dearest students. Your competition can easily change quickly. New players can emerge tomorrow. The economy may upswing or downswing at any moment. It's only when you clearly understand your competition that you can evaluate your own market position. Only then can you exploit their weaknesses to your competitive advantage. Again, only then can you exploit their weaknesses to your competitive advantage and seek to improve your own marketing effort. Okay, today we already end our section on industrial analysis and competitor analysis.